Ernest Hemingway said to start your writing with one true sentence. Instead of one, I have three. I am not anyone special. I am near the end of my life. Our planet is doomed. Almost everyone in the world, except myself, would agree that I am not special or important. The doctors and insurance statisticians might quibble over the exact year of my death, but that death is near is not in dispute. Climate scientists are coming to the realization that our time as a species is rapidly coming to an end. In the face of these three terrible truths, I have decided to pour what little time I have left into writing. As a retired hospice chaplain, it was my job to sit with people as they died. I could not change their fate. All I could do was hold their hand so they would not feel alone. We are dying. We are approaching death as individuals. Our country, our government, and democracy itself is dying. All marine life is dying. All wild animals are dying. Our forests are dying, and we as a race of people are approaching extinction. Dr. Adam Fenich, a research climatologist from Harvard University and the winner of the 2007 Nobel Peace Prize, had a student come up to him after one of his lectures and summarize his lecture in one short paragraph. We are screwed. We did this to ourselves. It's going to get worse. There's nothing we can do to stop it. As soon as I say this, I know what happens to you. I know what happens in your mind. It is the first stage that a patient goes through when the doctor tells the patient that their illness is terminal and that there is nothing further that the hospital can do. That first stage is called denial. When we think of climate change denial, we think of rural folk, conservatives and Republicans, who are in denial that climate change is happening. But I am not addressing that level of ignorance and fear. I want to talk about your denial. Because you are educated, and you observe the world around you with some degree of objectivity, you might feel that you are in touch with reality. But as soon as I say there is nothing we can do to stop climate change, you freak out. We as a culture are in denial that we have passed the tipping point. I watched a famous international climate change scientist come on TV to talk about the grim reality we are facing. He carefully calculated what had to be done to stop the runaway train of climate change. After all his calculations were complete, he said on TV that all we needed to do was stop the use of natural gas, oil, coal, and gasoline, stop all industrial production, stop the use of cars, trains, planes, and boats, and maintain these restrictions for 30 years. This action would stabilize global warming at our current level. He said that devastating climate change is still avoidable if this was done. The reporter for Bloomberg Business News looked at him incredulous and said, "Do you realistically think this is going to happen?" the scientists refuse to answer. Since 2012, the amount of carbon dioxide we have pumped into the atmosphere has increased, not decreased, has increased by 16%. Things are getting much worse. I do, however, have hope. I have hope that you might be able to handle reality, that you might be able to eventually move towards acceptance of these three basic truths, either now or in the future. So take a moment and see if you can say this out loud. It would be a place to start in moving towards acceptance. I am not anyone special. I am near the end of my life. Our planet is doomed.